Hi guys, it's Ankita. Welcome to Enchanted Bookends. In this video, I am going to talk about The List of Suspicious Things by Jennie Godfrey. This book is set during the late 1970s in Yorkshire when the Yorkshire Ripper was at large. If you don't know much about Yorkshire Ripper, I would say don't go Googling about it if you're planning to read this book. Maybe do that after. All you need to know is that Yorkshire Ripper was a serial killer back in the late 1970s. He terrorized the communities in Yorkshire. He targeted young women, killed them, and it took the law enforcement a really long time to capture him, to identify him and to capture him. And until then, the communities in Yorkshire, they all lived in terror, as you can imagine. And this book is set during those times. In this book, we follow Miv, who is a 12-year-old girl. She lives with her dad, her mother, who does not speak, and her aunt, who basically takes care of the household because her mother is not well. One day, Miv finds out that her father is thinking about moving the family to a different place, and Miv is terrified at this thought. She has a best friend, she has her school, she has her life in that town, and she doesn't want to move. Children like constancy. They do not like moving from one place to another because their world will be disrupted, and that's exactly what Miv is terrified of. What Miv does is that she is like, okay, dad is planning to move out of Yorkshire because the Yorkshire Ripper is at large and he has not been caught. So Miv decides, what if she solves the case of the Yorkshire Ripper? She finds out who he is and catches him. Then all of her problems will be solved. The problem being that she won't have to move away from her town. And Miv decides, with her friend Sharon, decides to make a list of suspicious people and all the suspicious things connected to them. And it's very interesting when Miv starts going on this journey of listing out suspicious people and observing them. She learns and uncovers secrets connected to these people, and she finds out all the things that you can imagine go on in the community when you try to dig deeper. Really love the narration. We mostly follow this story from Miv's point of view, but there are also other points of view, mostly of the people who are on her list. And it is such a brilliantly told story, heartbreaking at times, but compassionate. I wanted to talk about this book because of the riots that happened in the UK, and this book actually gives you an insight into how the mentality of people towards immigrants or outsiders has not changed, and it's still the same. Read this book. It's really good. Not at all what I expected it would be. I was thinking it would be like a thriller, which it is to a certain extent, but it is so much more than that. We follow Miv, we uncover these secrets of people in her community. Through it all, it's a story of loss. It's a story of friendship. Yes, really strong friendship. It's a story of compassion. It's a story of a community. It's a very compelling read. Highly recommended. The List of Suspicious Things. I could not believe that this is a debut by this author. I've read so many debuts this year, and I am utterly surprised that I am loving these books. This book also reminded me, took me back to when I read many years ago this book. What's the name of the book? It's a very popular book. Atticus Finch. What's the name of that book? Scout? Reminded me of Scout? To Kill a Mockingbird. I don't know why it took me back to the days when I was reading To Kill a Mockingbird. Probably because Miv is a young girl and we're following this story mostly from her perspective. I don't know why. I have no idea. If you've read that book and you end up reading this book, let me know why you would think that the two of them are connected. But I absolutely loved the story from the perspective of a 12-year-old girl. It was just brilliantly done. And that's all I have to say about this book. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read this book or you have read a similar book. And I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.